Hey guys, I hope that all of you are doing great. Well, in May 22nd, 2010, a guy by the name Laszlo Hanziek spent $400 million just to get two pizzas. Now, actually, it was not the $400 million offer, it was just offer of he's ready to pay 10,000 Bitcoin to anyone who can just deliver him uh, two pizzas. So basically, he was delivered eventually by one of the guy. A lot of people did not even notice it, and then he was delivered this two pizzas from Papa John's and the large size to his home, and basically he gave 10,000 Bitcoin. Now the reason he did that, at that time, Bitcoin did not have almost any value. It wasn't even traded at that time. It was just starting it out. That means for him it was something like, he did not have to pay for the Bitcoin. He did some of the things via the codings and stuff, in a way the mining itself, mining or anything like that, and he happened to make something known as the Bitcoin. And for the first time, the first transaction with the Bitcoin happened. Somebody delivering two pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin. Now, that 10,000 Bitcoin, if we evaluate at the price of $40,000 right now, on average it's $40,000, that is $400 million. At the peak, it was $69,000, that means $690 million. But the story is going to be very alive forever for the kind of transaction this happened. Now, this guy, it was further carried forward. Obviously, the conversation, he'll be known forever. So he have no regrets about shelling out the Bitcoin that he had mined willy-nilly more than a decade ago. This is what he says, that he does not have the regret of doing something like that. Why? Because this is what he understands, that it was completely free for him. He just mined something out of the blue which did not have any value. Nobody was ready to pay for it, and he got free pizzas for that. So basically, it is just like a piece of coding that he did, which got him free pizzas. That is how he looked at. And he's also like, the other side of the story, he thinks that he was the reason to enable this particular transaction, right? He was the first person to enable this particular transaction, eventually making this Bitcoin as valuable. But these kind of stories really rock the financial world, and they will be remembered forever by the people. Now comes the portion, who is the guy who actually purchased this? So this guy, like the guy who actually delivered the pizza, so he was a 19-year-old student by the name Jeremy Sturvident, and basically he filled this particular request as he saw on the internet forum. Somebody wants two pizzas delivered to them, and basically 10,000 Bitcoin. So he did not even realize how big this could be. Guess what? He did the thing, he took the Bitcoin, but he actually, when he realized over a period of time, yes, he can convert it in the form of money, guess what? He did not save it himself. He spent the amount on the business trip. Like, he added the expense of his business trip into that 10,000 Bitcoin. So neither the person who bought the two pizza nor the person who delivered the two pizza kept those Bitcoins. And that is what the story is. As the first guy does not regret it, the second guy who actually bought it, who got the Bitcoin, definitely he regrets it. This is what he says, that he did not have this intention of investment. Otherwise, he would have held a little longer. Like, as soon as even in 2013, Bitcoin reached more than $100, he would have become a millionaire even by that time, but he sold much earlier. Now, having said that, there are countless number of, like, there is a Bitcoin Pizza website, there are a lot of social medias, and this is one of the Twitter account that has been established from 2015 by the name Bitcoin Pizza. And what they do, every single day, they write down what would have been the price of those 10,000 Bitcoin. For example, 8th of March, $382 million, because 38,200, and this is the price of the Bitcoin at that time. Every single day, right? 13th March, and even today. And they're doing it from a long time. You can go and check out on this particular Twitter account. This is just to display like how much significant it will be in the Bitcoin history, because Bitcoin is the king of the crypto, entire crypto market. If Bitcoin dumps, falls, everything falls. If Bitcoin pumps, everything pumps, right? So all that thing is true. Now the point is, yes, the story is interesting. Yes, like the two pizza story with the Bitcoin stuff, how it got started. Some of the learnings. two important and simple learnings that we need to understand from this. Time and again, this is what I've learned personally within the crypto market or any kind of market. Patience is the key to the success. I mean, we really need to have the patience. Just imagine, I can imagine the guy who actually got those 10,000 Bitcoin. It did not matter to him, right? He could have just kept it because it could have been a life-changing thing. He could have waited, like if it is now treated as money, even little amount, it is growing with time. He should have waited how far it can go. Obviously, I mean, maybe anyone else would have done the same thing, but this is what we learn. Sometimes patience outbeats any other strategy. Patience is very important in the wealth world and especially in the investment world. In fact, Warren Buffett has this quote that market is the place where money is transferred from the impatient to the patient. That is how much important the patience has in people's life. Now, the second learning, again, it is related to the patience itself, but that is HODL. HODL is basically the word hold on dear life. This kind of attitude, I mean, some of the time, for example, if you have gone there and bought the Dogecoin, I would not call it a HODL. Why? Because it does not have a practical use. It is not a sort of a thing that might change the world out there. So when you're talking about the HODLing and holding, I mean, obviously it only applies to the things that have a real use case in the world where the mass adoption and the HODLing in investment should be based on the real world solution that the product is delivering. It does not matter what is the price. The only thing that matters is whether they are providing real world solution and the growth is there or not. And it has an insane amount of capability. Why? Because I mean, I've seen the guy. I mean, I have covered this one of the video in the previous set of videos that I've uploaded. By the way, guys, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please ensure that you hit the subscribe button. This is the channel where we aim to provide financial freedom to all our subscribers. Very much we cover the crypto these days. In the future, we'll be covering everything to do with the metaverse. So one of the videos that I covered previously was like the guy converted $35,000 into $35 million in 2.5 years. Now this is what I was thinking, like, what do we look for when we are trying to buy low, sell high? What are the things we are trying to do? We are waiting for 2x, 3x, 4x, right? We are not waiting for 100x or 1000x. But if we actually want that kind of life-changing wealth, I mean, HODL is the only way. Because if you would have, I mean, there is no way somebody who would have bought Bitcoin and then obviously saw the fluctuation, Bitcoin reaching $1,000, coming back to $200, going back to $17,000, coming back to $3,000. I mean, you could have never timed the market. So if you are investing into the thing that you believe that can change the world, HODL is the only thing. Nobody would have thought, okay, we are reaching $60,000 right now. It is very much possible the $1 million mark, and everyone believes it. So HODL is the strategy. I mean, I'm just talking about the Bitcoin. A lot of other coins like did insane amount of growth. Like the Binance BNB, I mean, actually did 3,000 times, like from 20 cents to $600. And there are far more room to grow when the next bull run comes. 3,000 times, just imagine. Like if you would have invested $1,000, that would have converted to $3 million. So trying to understand the power of HODL is very important. Yes, you can do the trading, like buy low, sell high, try to time the market for a little portion of your portfolio. But definitely a portion of your portfolio should be there in the HODL thing. Hold on for dear life. As long as you believe that this can change the world. And it is going to change your life. So again, guys, I hope that you like the video and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to our channel and comment down below for what do you feel of this transaction, 10,000 Bitcoin for the pizza. What you would have done, like if you would have been the person who got 10,000 Bitcoin, or if you would have been the person who who bought the pizza for 10,000 Bitcoin, like what are your thoughts? What are your suggestions for those two? I would like to hear. So thanks a lot, and I'll see all of you guys in the next.